Hi, I'm Jen Spencer. This is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Hi, readers. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am really excited because tonight I'm going to interview my sister, who has recently started a new blog called Rebel of a Certain Age, and she is going to talk to you all about it. It's really a fun blog and just a really fun concept. So I know you're going to love that interview. Remember, if you ask a question or leave a comment in the comment section below, you will automatically be entered to win a copy of my book, Dandelion Meadows. My sister Andrea, if you go to her webpage and sign up for her newsletter, you will get a free book that she has written called The Fat Chick and the Bald Guy. And I know you'll want to check it out. It is hilarious and really a fun book. Remember to go and sign up for my newsletter email too, because you will get a free copy of my book, Dandelion Meadows Christmas Kisses. And it's my Christmas novella, hilarious and super romantic. I hope you check it out. So now I'm really excited to introduce my sister, Andrea. Andrea, hello. I am so excited to have you on today.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks for inviting me.
Woohoo. Now, readers, if you close your eyes, you will not be able to tell who is who, because I think we sound quite a bit alike. Don't you think we do?
We do. We sound a lot alike, I think. Yeah. It's really funny.
It's fun. Well, so I am so excited to have Andrea on today. And Andrea, I want you to tell us all about Rebel of a Certain Age and just anything you want people to know, because they are going to really want to look into this. And
oh my gosh. Thanks, Jen. That's so nice. Well, I am just flattered that you would have me on. And okay, so let me give you the whole scoop, Jen's listeners. So a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago or something, I was hanging out with my friend Kirk in his condo. And one thing you need to know about Kirk is that his condo is always 1,000,000,000 degrees. It's always so hot in there. And he tells everyone it's because he's petite. But I don't really know if that's the reason. But anyway, so I was over there one time and it was especially hot. And I said, Kirk, I'm dying. Why is your condo so hot? And he said, it's not hot. You're just a woman of a certain age. I was so insulted. I thought, yeah, literally, I was standing there and I turned to him and said, no, I'm not. You are, which made no sense whatsoever because Kirk is, a man. Anyway, but I just stood there. I remember thinking, whoa, wait, I am a woman of a certain age. Have other people noticed? What's happening? And then I just started thinking, well, wait, no, women of a certain age, there are specific stereotypes that go with being a woman of a certain age, right? You probably can think of some, Jen. Like, what would you say would be a stereotype of a woman of a certain age?
Oh, well, menopause, but maybe wearing polyester pants or
yes.
orthopedic shoes, or I don't know.
Oh, that's it. So much of it has to do with the way those women of a certain age would present themselves, especially single women of a certain age, right? And they were boring. They had nothing to talk about. They were these old fuddy-duddies that we young kids didn't want to talk to. They had nothing to share with us. And so when he called me a woman of a certain age, I just thought, whoa, I do not fit any of those stereotypes that I have had in my head of what a woman of a certain age is.
And I have to say that when I think of a woman of a certain age, I think of our Aunt Ruth. I don't know if you remember her.
Yes.
She had really big breasts. And when she hugged me, I thought I was going to suffocate. Anyway, that's what I think.
That should be another stereotype.
Breasts or
right? And you never wanted that woman of a certain age aunt to touch you because they wore bad perfume, lady perfume. So no, you're absolutely right. Well, so that got me thinking, and I was kind of, it was depressing in that I never thought of myself as a woman of a certain age. I still felt 30 years old. I still felt like, well, I am really cute and fun and sassy, and I wear cute clothes, and I'm not boring, and I don't have 20 cats. I have two dogs, but and so I started thinking about all of this, and then I noticed the past couple of jobs that I've had, I would be on a team with people younger than me. And by that, I mean people in their 30s, even. I guess the millennials, probably, and even now Gen Z. And what I started noticing is that they started excluding me. I would be excluded. Things that I would say in meetings or conversations would be ignored, or just, oh, well, that's really nice, almost placated. And there would be, this happens so many times, there would be days where I would just be at my desk working away, and all of a sudden I realized it's very quiet around me. And I look up at all these desks, and I'm the only one still in the office, and it's 10 minutes after noon.
Mm,
And at about 1:15, the whole group of them, they come back together. They'd all gone to lunch together and excluded me.
mm.
And that it really made me feel bad. You'd
Yeah,
think I'd
that
be too
hurts.
old, but it does. You're just because I'm 20 years older than you, because they thought I was their mother's age. So what could I possibly have in common with them?
Mhm.
And so then I realized that I started trying too hard to make sure they knew I was cool. Like, I've been in radio for many years. And so I've interviewed some really interesting characters like Marilyn Manson. So I would try to bring that up, like, well, when I was hanging out with Marilyn Manson. And of course, I was just trying too hard. So all of this, you've got this confluence of me suddenly being told I'm a woman of a certain age. Suddenly I'm excluded in the office where I used to be kind of one of the cool kids. And all of this it starts to come together. And one day I realized, you know what? I have so much history, just all of us do, right? We all have stories, we all have baggage, we all have history, but especially as a single professional woman over 40, a woman of a certain age, I thought, you know what? We have got to laugh at this. We got to laugh at menopause. We got to laugh at being excluded by the kids. We've just got to be able to laugh, but laugh with each other. And so throughout my life, I've always loved to write. And throughout my life, starting when I was 5 years old and I won a reflections contest, I write whenever something happens in my life, whether it's work or dating or marriage or divorce or, and weight, whatever. I would always write about it. I wouldn't necessarily call to unload on anybody. I would just write. And so it occurred to me last summer that, wow, I have all these experiences, as does everyone else, but I've been writing for 30 years about all these individual little experiences. I'm a single professional woman over 40. I'm a woman of a certain age, but I don't feel like it. So I'm in a perfect position. I have a great opportunity to shed humor on all of this. And I decided I am going to fight against every stereotype that a woman of a certain age has. I'm going to rebel against it. So I started Rebel of a Certain Age. We are single professional women over 40 who are women of a certain age, but we are not going to succumb to any of those stereotypes. So, I always used to think that women of a certain age listen to, like, I don't know, Engelbert Humperdinck. Who's another listening art? I don't know. I don't know. And but no, I still love Ministry and Nine Inch Nails and Alice in Chains and Nirvana. And I think that, so when I write stories, I have different categories. And when I write these blogs, I bring humor into it. I bring humor into dating, humor into the weight issue. We gain, we lose, we gain, we lose. And so I try to make it fun. And then to make it extra fun, I have these guys, I call them my handyman, and they give their thoughts, their comments, their advice on some of these issues. So, for example, Kirk, he's the one who told me I was a woman of a certain age. So he got himself into this. And then my friend Drew, these are both amazing, hysterical gay men. And so I started with my audience. I just started sending out emails and messages to women my age who are single professional women over 40 saying, what would you like to talk about? What do you struggle with? What is frustrating? Where do you feel like you fall into the woman of a certain age stereotype? And to a person, it was dating, relationships. How do I meet men? How do I date at this age? And so I started reaching out to some male friends of mine that are my age and single. And so we started talking about red flags on a profile, a dating app profile. What are red flags that men are watching for? So ladies, leave these things out of your profiles. And what are red flags, ladies, that you should absolutely always swipe left on when it comes to your profile? So the handyman came in very handy when it came to giving their thoughts and perspectives on those issues. We've got a lot more that we're talking about.
Oh,
So, wow, that was a whole lot. I showed up and I throwed up. Is that just way too much information?
no, that is perfect. And I think that to me, what what the blog is about and everything is really embracing who you are, being vulnerable, and it's okay to be whoever you are, right? Um, you can rebel against the stereotype, but if you love the stereotype, be the stereotype, but don't let anybody put you into a box. You rebel against being put into a box, I guess is.
So that's really what it's about, is loving who you are right now. Another category of mine is rebel against having an unfabulous life. I think that one of the main ways we can have a fabulous life is to take ownership for for our mistakes, ownership for things we say and things we've done. That's one of my goals, is to teach us all to have courage and take ownership. Another thing is rebel against being a mean girl. Now, notice I didn't say rebel against the mean girls. I said rebel against being a mean girl, because all of us, we still have our mean girl moments. And so we got to fight against it, especially as a single professional woman over 40. Aren't we a little too old and fabulous to be mean girls? Let's have fun and be honest and real and just laugh. Let's laugh at what we're going through. And so I love to laugh. I'd rather laugh than cry. So come and join me. Let's laugh together.
Yeah. So Andrea's got some great fun Instagram reels just all over. Tell us where you're located online,
Okay.
specifically
Yeah.
your website.
Okay, the website is rebelafofacertainage.com, just all lowercase, no breaks or anything, rebelafofacertainage.com. You'll be able to hear about me, and you'll see pictures of the handyman. It's so funny too, because I've had people say, well, I'm married. Can I still be a rebel of a certain age? Yes, come on. And I've had men say, well, I guess I can't be part of it. Yes, everybody is involved.
Well, okay. I'm going to ask you two quick questions because I ask everybody these questions.
Oh, okay.
I know you don't love romances, but Andrea has actually written a romance.
Yeah.
It's called The Fat Chick and the Bald Guy, and you
Yeah.
can find it on Amazon, and it's adorable.
Thanks,
Even though she doesn't like romances, but it's kind of her kind of romance. It's so cute. So do you have a favorite romantic movie?
Oh, so I have two.
Okay.
An old school one from the 90s is Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson and Hugh Grant.
Oh, that's the best.
Isn't that movie so good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then more recently, Silver Linings Playbook with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Have you ever seen that, Jen?
Yes, I adore that movie.
Isn't that a good movie? I love it.
It's so good. I love I love Bradley Cooper. I don't know. He is like one of my absolute favorites. And Jennifer Lawrence is fabulous too. But Bradley Cooper, I don't know. I just love him. I loved him in A Star is Born.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good one. That is such a cute, quirky romance. It's so
And yeah,
cute.
it's a good movie, and it's so layered because you've got his mental health issues going on. You've got his relationship with his parents. He's just going through this divorce, and I love it, and I love her. I love Jennifer Lawrence's character. She's just this tough broad. She's a true rebel. I love it.
I love it too. Okay, last question.
Okay,
You're stuck on a desert island. Would you rather have a lifetime supply of toilet paper or chocolate?
I'm on a desert island. Am I alone on the desert island? Like it's just me? If I'm alone, I'd rather have the chocolate because then who cares if I don't need toilet paper? Who cares? If I'm not alone, oh, if I'm not alone, I would need chocolate just to cope with the other people. I don't know. That is a tough one. If I'm alone, I'll say chocolate. If I'm not alone, I guess toilet paper. Do I have to share the toilet paper? Those are not easy questions.
These are not easy questions. It's so true. I think the one stipulation is it's a lifetime supply. So, if you've got four other people, still you never run out.
I never run out of my, okay, all right. If there are other people, I'll say toilet paper. If it's just me, I'll say chocolate.
Okay, great. Well, Andrea, thank you so much. Readers, go out and check rebelofAcertainAge.com. You are going to love what's there. And thank you so much for being here, Andrea.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks for inviting me. This is really fun.